Hello students, so let's look at the suggested solutions for assignment 10.1 so you can do your corrections. Okay, these are very straightforward percentage questions, so it shouldn't take you too long. So express each of the following as a percentage. So what is this? This is 64%. Now 64% is simply 64 over 800, right? So when you work it out this way, right, hey, it's already in the form of percentage. I think there's a typo there as well, right? So let me just change this as a decimal. Why not, right? Okay, so as a fraction it will look like this: 64 equals to 100, which is equals to 16 over 25, right? Now it is also, right, equals to, okay, 0.64. So maybe I change the question to both. Why not? As a fraction and decimal. Let's change that, right? So this is fraction, this is decimal, right? Okay. Now, how about the other way around, right? 0.38, how do I get that into a percentage? Well, this will simply be 38 over 100, okay? That will be equals to 38%. There we go, right? Now express each of these percentages as a fraction and as a decimal. So this one we want both, right? So this one is 91.4 over 100, okay? And that will give us, if you reduce it to simplest form, it should give us 457 over 500, which is also equals to 0.914, right? So this one is fraction, this one is decimal. Okay. Now express each of the following as a percentage, as a fraction, decimal. Okay. Okay, there's some issue with the question, but anyway, two thirds, right? So if you go 2/3, if I multiply by 100%, this will give us 66 and 2/3%, right? And if I want to write it as a decimal, okay, it will be 0.667. No, 667. 667 3 SF. Right? So this is in decimal. This is in percentage. Okay. Right? So I hope you know how to convert them. So just practice converting, see if you get them right. Okay. So second page we have 159% now. Again, we want to write it as fraction as well as in decimal. So this one is come on, this is equals to 159 over 100, okay, and as a mixed number it will be 1 and 59 over 100, right? So this one is a mixed number, right? Now in terms of decimal, it will simply be, because it's more than 100%, right? It's just 1.59. So this is in decimal. Okay. Next one, we have 9.124. 9.124 as a percentage. So it's this will give us 9.124 times 100%, which will give us 912.4%, right? Okay, next one is X percent of 330 or 330% of X greater, right? So X percent of 330 equals to X over 100 times 330 equals to 3.3x, right? 330% of X equals to 330 over 100x, which is equals to 3.3%. So say therefore they have the same value, right? Okay, let me continue here. So the last one, there are 600 pages in the novel. Imran read 150 pages of the novel on Friday, 40% of the remainder on Sunday. Express the number of pages that remain to be read as a percentage of the total number of pages in the novel. So what do we do? Number of remaining pages is actually 600 minus 150, which gives us 450 pages, right? So the number of pages that remains to be read, right? So what is this? This means I have 60% left to read, right? So it's actually 60% times 450 pages, and that works out to be 200. Okay, so let us continue with the next question, right? Yeah, that's Shane. Hi. Okay, so for this question, Bernard, Li Ting, and Su Fen, they received $50, $60, and $90 respectively. So what they want us to do is to find the percentages of the sum of money that Li Ting received. In order to do that, right, we need to actually get the total. So how do we get the total, right? So we start by total amount of money. And this is quite straightforward. Just add the three amounts together. And that will give us $200. There we go. Okay. So now to find the percentage of money, we write down percentage of money Li Ting received. Is going to be $60 over the total $200 times 100%. Press your calculator properly, you will get 30%. Right? Part 2. Part 2, Su Fen told Bernard, my share is 180% of yours. Explain if you agree. Okay, so let's calculate Su Fen's share. As a percentage of Bernard's, right? So how this works is that we will have Su Fen, which is $90, so we got 90 over Bernard, which is $50. Okay, we multiply by 100%, and that works out to be 180%. There we go. Su Fen is telling the truth. So I agree with Su Fen. There we go. Okay. So next one, tier C question. What happened is down here we are comparing area with. Next year in Sec 2 you will be dealing with questions where sometimes where we compare length in terms of the length, and then after that when we want to compare proportional to the area we need to square it. But we are not dealing with that at this point of time, so you don't have to worry. Now we are just straight up comparing the areas. So area of town A and town B are 15 square kilometers and 24 square kilometers respectively. The space reserved for the greenery in town A is half of town B. So this is important information, right? Can underline that. A is half of B. And the space reserved for B is 25%, right? So first thing we want to do is we want to find the area of the space reserved for town B, because we all know the percentage we can find, right? So area reserved for town B, this will be 25%, so 25 over 100 times the actual area of town B, which is 24 square kilometer. That will give us 6 square kilometer. Therefore, the area reserved for town A is half of 6 square kilometer, which gives us 3 square kilometer. So with this, we can now find the percentage. So percentage space reserved for town A. This will be 3 over town A is 15, so 15 times 100%. You work this one out, it should be 20%. Right? Moving on to the last example. 99 boys and 1 girl are in the lecture theatre. Sounds like SST last time. Right? How many boys must leave the theatre so that the percentage of boys become 98%? So, yeah, to answer this question, we need to employ some algebra, right? So we can, of course, start by saying let the number of boys who must leave be X. Okay, so the theatre, too many boys, too few girls. We need to get rid of some boys, yeah? Yeah, so how do we do this? Okay, so we know that the percentage of the boys now is 99 boys minus X. That's the leftover. And the total number, right? The total number of people originally is 100, but then also minus X. That will be the remaining total. So this, okay, if I multiply this with 100%, it should give us 98%, right? So from here, 99 minus X over 100 minus X is equals to 98 over 100, okay, which is equals to 49 over 50. So using our algebra skills, now 50 multiplied by 99 minus X equals to 49 times 100 minus X. So this gives us 4950 minus 50x equals to 4900 minus 49x. Okay, I'm running out of space. I continue here, right? So work this one out. X is actually equals to 50. Therefore, 50 boys must leave the theater. Okay, so that's the questions for exercise 10.1. Hope you have been successful. Do your corrections.